Have you ever known what God was asking you to do, but fear kept trying to convince you not to do it? Maybe God is calling you to start that business, apply for the job, step into ministry, move to a new city, forgive someone who has hurt you, or simply just trust him in a season of your life where it doesn't make sense and you're afraid. Well, let this be your encouragement today. When Moses died, Joshua suddenly found himself leading an entire nation. He didn't step into something small. He was stepping into shoes that not only seemed impossible to fill, but once walked with him before. And what I find interesting is that God didn't tell Joshua how every battle will turn out for him. He didn't give him a detailed roadmap of every city they would conquer or every obstacle they would face. Instead, God said, be strong and of good courage, for the Lord thy God is with you wherever you go. And he didn't promise Joshua an easy journey, right? But he did promise his presence. And sometimes we're waiting for God to remove the fear before we move and do what he has called us to accomplish. And being strong and of good courage isn't the absence of fear. The courage the Lord wanted Joshua to have and for you to have right now is obeying while fear is still present, because you have decided that God's voice carries more weight than your feelings. And so there have been moments in my own life where I knew what God was asking me to do, but I also knew it would stretch me. I knew it would require more of me. I knew it would cost me many things, as it has already, but I had to make a decision. Would I allow fear to cause me to disobey God, or would I allow faith to cause me to walk in obedience? Maybe that's where you're at today as well. Well, can I encourage you with this message that the very thing that is stretching you may be evidence that you're growing and that God is working to enlarge your territory. God rarely calls us to places where we can depend completely on ourselves. He calls us to places where we'll have to depend on him. And so don't mistake fear for a sign that you're outside of God's will. Sometimes fear simply means that you're standing at the edge of something that requires greater trust. So if God has called you, he will also be with you. His presence will strengthen you when your confidence is weak, right? His wisdom will guide you when the path isn't really clear, and his peace will make you steadfast, anchored when everything around you feels uncertain. So know that fear only hinders you from exuding the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind that God has given you. Fear comes to override them. So today, don't just ask God to remove every feeling of fear. Ask him for the courage to obey him while trusting that he is walking with you every step of the way, and for him to ignite the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind in you. The same God who told Joshua, I am with you wherever you go, is the same God who is with you today. So be strong, be courageous, take the next step of faith, because you're not walking into your future by yourself. You're walking with God. So God bless you. And until next time, keep trusting God and keep growing in him.